भगवते वासुदेवाय। श्रीशुकोवाच
आत्ममायामृते राजन्
आत्ममायामृते राजन्
पुरुषानुभवात्मनः
परस्यानुभवात्मनः
न घटेतार्थसम्बन्धः
न घटेतार्थसम्बन्धः
स्वप्नद्रष्टुरिवाञ्छसा
स्वप्नदर्शुरिवाञ्छसा
बहुरूप इवा भाति
बहुरूप इवा भाति
मायया बहुरूपया
मायया बहुरूपया
ब्रह्ममानो गुणेश्वस्य
ब्रह्ममानो गुणेश्वस्य
ममाहमिति मन्यते
ममाहमिति मन्यते
यर्हि वावमहिम्नि स्वे
यर्हि वावमहिम्नि स्वे
परस्मिन् कालमाययो
परस्मिन् कालमाययो
भ्रमेत गतसम्मोहः
भ्रमेत गतसम्मोहः
शक्तवोदास्ते ततो वयम्
शक्तोदास्ते ततो वयम्
आत्मतत्त्वविशुद्ध्यर्थम्
आत्मतत्त्वं विशुद्ध्यर्थं
यदाह भगवान्वितम्
यदाह भगवान्वितं
ब्रह्मणे दर्शयन् रूपम्
ब्रह्मणे दर्शयन् रूपम्
अव्यलेखव्रतादितः
अव्यलेखव्रतादितः
आदिदेवो जगतां परो गुरु
आदिदेवो जगतां परो गुरु
स्वाधिष्ण्यमास्ताय सुशिक्ष्यैक्षता
स्वधीष्णमाय सुशिक्षयैषव
साम्नाद्यगच्छ दृशमत्र सम्मताम्
साम्नाद्यगच्छत् सुषमत्र सम्मताम्
प्रपञ्च निर्माण विधिर्यया भवेत्
प्रपञ्च निर्माण विधिर्यया भवेत्
सचिन्तयन्द्व्यक्षरमेकदाम्बसि
सचिन्तयन्द्व्यक्षरमेकदाम्बसि
उपाश्विनोद्वीर्गलितं वचो विभु
उपाश्विनोद्वीर्गलितं वचो विभु
वर्षेषु यशोर्षमेकविंशम्
स्पर्शेषु यशोर्षमेकविंशम्
निष्किञ्चनानां नृपयद्धनं विदु
निष्किञ्चनानां नृपयद्धनं विदु
निशम्य तद्भक्तदिदृक्षयादिशो
निशम्य तद्भक्तिदिदृक्षयादिशो
विलोक्य तत्रान्यदपश्यमानः
विलोक्य तत्रान्यदपश्यमानः
स्वधिष्ण्यमास्ताय विमृश्य तद्दितम्
स्वधिष्ण्यमास्ताय विमृश्य तद्दितम्
तपस्युपादिष्ट इवादुदेमना
तपस्युपादिष्ट इवादुदेमना
दिव्यं सहस्राब्दममोघदर्शनो
दिव्यं सहस्राब्दममोघदर्शनो
जितानिलात्मा विजितो भयेन्द्रियः
जितानिलात्मा विजितो भयेन्द्रियः
अतप्यतस्माखिल लोकतापनम्
अतस्माखिल लोकतापनम्
तपस्तपीयां सपतां समाहिता
तपस्पीयां सपतां समाहिता
तस्मै स्वलोकं भगवान् सभाजिता
तस्मै स्वलोकं भगवान् सभाजिता
सन्दर्शयामास परं न यत् परं
सन्दर्शयामास परं न यत् परं
यपेतसङ्क्लेश विमोहसाधवसम्
यपेतसङ्क्लेश विमोहसाधवसम्
स्वदृष्टवद्भिर्पुरुषारभिष्टुतम्
स्वदृष्टवद्भिर्पुरुषारभिष्टुतम्
प्रवर्तते यत्र रजस्तमस्तयो
प्रवर्तते यत्र रजस्तमस्तयो
सत्त्वं च मिश्रं न च कालविक्रमः
सत्तं च मिश्रं न च कालविक्रमः
न यत् रमय माया किं उता परे हरे
न यत्र माया किं परे हरे
अनुव्रता यत्र सुरासुराचिताः
अनुव्रता यत्र
Varchitaha Sham Avadataha Shata Patra Lochana Shama Vadata Shatapatra Lochana
Ramabhudata Satapatralochana
Vishanga
Vishanga
Vastra
Vastra
Surucha
Surucha
Supeshasa
Supesasa
Sarve
Sarve Chatur Bahava
Unmishan
Mani Praveka Nishka Avarana Suvarchasa
Shamavadata Kshatapatra Lochana
Ramabhudata Satapatralochana
Vishanga Vastrak Suruchaksu Peshasa
Vishamavasya Surasupekshasa
Sarve Chaturbahava Unmishan Muni
Sarve Chaturbahava Nishanmani
Praveka Nishka Varnak Suvarchasa
Praveka Nishka Varnak
Suvarchasa
Read it.
Shamavadataha Shatapatra Lochanaha
Ramabhudata Satapatralochana
Vishanga Vastra Surucha Supeshaha
Vishangavasya Surasupekshasa
Sarve Chatur Bahava Unmishan Mani
Sarve Chaturbahava Nishanmani
Praveka Nishka Varana Shu Varchasaha
Praveka Nishka Bharana Suvarchasa.
What is that word? Varanaha? Abarana. Nishka Varana. Nishka Varana. Nishka Varana.
Samavata Badata Sata Patra Rochana
Shamavadata Satapatralochana
Shanga Vastra Suruchasu Pitasaha
Vishangavasya Surasupekshasa
Sarve Chatu Bahava
Chaturbahava Nishanmani
Sarve Chatu Bahava Unishamani
Sarve Chaturbahava Nishanmani
Praveka Nishka Baharana Subecha
Praveka Nishka Bharana Suvarchasa Shamavadata Satapatralochana Surasupekshasa.
The prince of the Vaikuntha planets are described as having a glowing sky bluish complexion. Their eyes resemble the lotus flower, their dress is of yellowish color, and their bodily features very attractive. They are just the age of growing youth. They all have 4 hands. They are all nicely decorated with pearl necklaces with ornamental medallions, and they all appear to be effulgent.
So, still you are not prepared to go to Vaikuntha. If you get this body, if you go to Vaikuntha, 4 hands, Chaturvahava, 4 hands. You cannot see any human being here with 4 hands. Although Krishna is 2-handed, but Narayan, he is 4-handed. Therefore, when the Supreme Personality of Godhead comes on this platform, he assumes two hands, not four hands. Four hands is not for human being. It is only Brahma has got four hands, and above him, in the spiritual world, all the inhabitants, they have got exactly the form like Vishnu. You cannot distinguish who is Vishnu and who is ordinary living being. But Vishnu has got some special feature on his chest. So, by seeing that, he is recognized by the goddess of fortune, Lakshmi. Otherwise, it is like here, if some big man comes president, he looks like ordinary man, but he has got his badge. By that badge, one can understand that he is president or some big man. From generally bodily feature, one can understand distinction between Vishnu, Lord Vishnu, and the devotee. But there are special features of Lord Vishnu by which he can be recognized. Then?
Purport. The inhabitants in Vaikuntha Loka are all personalities with spiritual bodily features not to be found in the material world. We can find the descriptions in the revealed scriptures like Srimad Bhagavatam. Impersonal descriptions of transcendence in the scriptures indicate that the bodily features in Vaikuntha are never to be seen in any part of the universe. As there are different bodily features in different places of a particular planet, or as there are different bodily features between bodies in different planets, similarly the bodily features of the inhabitants of the Vaikuntha Lokas are completely different from those in the material universe. For example, the four hands are distinct from two hands in this world.
So in other planets also, there are different types of bodies. Some of the bodies are prominent in earth, earthly body, just like we have got here, earthly body. Similarly, fiery body, watery body, gaseous body. There are different types of body. What these scientists know about. Maybe in Chandraloka they are going, but they cannot see the body. They say that there is no light. Suppose there is gaseous body, so they do not see it. But every planet has got different body, different types of body. And Vaikuntha planets also, their bodily features are described here. Then?
Next verse. Prabhala,
valuable jewels. Prabhala is coral. Is that? Yes.
Prabhala Vaidurya.
Skin. Some animal nowadays. Nowadays there began fashion. Cow skin dress. Leather dress. Leather was especially used for shoes. Now they have become dress. Advancement of civilization. Become coat. Iti mannate. The Bengali verse is Pisachi paile jana motichana. It's like ghost, haunted person. He talks so many nonsense things. Similarly, Pishachi paile jana motichana. Mahagrasta jive say that. Mahagrasta, those who are too much materially covered, they are thinking, this is nice, this is nice, this is nice. In Kali Yuga, it is said, Lavannam balana kesadharanam. Kesadharanam. When I did not come to your country, I was thinking, what is that kesadharanam? But as soon as I came to your country, I saw the hippies, big hair. Kesadharanam. Kesa means hair. That is predicted. They say, this is possible. In Kali Yuga, people will think themselves of very beautiful feature by keeping long hair. That is sacred. This is called Shastra. 5,000 years ago, Bhagavad was written, and there the symptoms of Kali Yuga are mentioned, and this is one of the symptoms. Lavannam Kesadharanam. In the 12th canto you will find this description. Sikaram eva hi udbahe. All these predictions are there. Marriage will be done simply by agreement. Now it is just see, it is being done. Sikaram eva. Sikara means agreement. I accept. No actual marriage ceremony is performed. Practically marriage is going out of debt. So, these symptoms are there. Dampati ratimeva hi. Husband and wife relations will be stronger if there is sex power, that's all. Otherwise divorce. This is the symptoms. Dampati gati. Suttatam suttati vipra. Viprati suttadharanam. A Brahmin means having a piece of silk thread, that's all. Viprati suttadharanam. And only 2 pies worth sutra. That's like in India. Oh, I am Brahmin. Because I got this thread, that's all. Viprati suttadharanam. Anadhira nayarahitam. If you have no money, then you cannot get justice. If you are a poor man, then you will never get justice. You see? First of all, if you want to get some money, somebody, and he is not paying, you have to go to court. So first of all, the pleader will charge, give me so much money, then stamp charges, then percentage of stamp charges. Suppose you are claiming $5,000, then you have to 5%. So many $1,000 you have to pay for stamp charges to claim. To push good money after bad money. The money which is not being realized, there is bad money. Now you have to push further good money to realize that bad money. So if you have no good money to push, then you cannot get even that bad money. And that also will be pending for years together. Unless you bribe the clerks and the bench clerk and all that, please get my case swiftly in. So he will ask money, bribe. So anyway, that Bhagavad says, anadhena nayarahitam. If you have no money, then don't expect justice. Don't expect justice. Even High Court judges, they take bribe to give you a favorable judgment. In India we have seen so many. Bribe. Police you give bribe. High Court judge you can give bribe. This is the position of Kali. Horrible position. The king or the so-called president is simply show bottle. If you approach, you cannot approach formally if anyone insinuate, unjustified, then he could go similarly in front of the king. Just like Lord Ramchandra, he was approached by a citizen. My lord, in the presence of father, son has died. What is your kingdom? You see, this king is responsible. Natural death is father dies first, the son dies later. But somebody's son died in the presence of the father, he immediately brought the case before the king. Why it is? This is called king. The king is responsible. In our Krishna book you'll find that one Brahmin's sons were stolen, and he every time he chastised the king. You have read that portion? Okay. So, in Kali Yuga, they are not actually functioning as king or president, but still they are drawing high salaries and respect, doing harm to the people, but still they are exploiting. This is Kali Yuga. Very abominable condition, precarious condition. You cannot get justice, you cannot get nice food, you cannot get nice treatment, your ease is diminished, your power is diminished, everything topsy-turvy. The best thing is to prepare yourself very quickly to go back to home, back to Godhead, and there you become one of them, like this, Vaikuntha. These are the description already there. So many ornaments. We do not see what is it. If you ask somebody, they may have some plastic utensils. But if you ask somebody that, have you seen pearl, sapphire, or coral, or diamond? Everyone will say, I have never seen in my life. And still they are proud. Oh, he has now advanced. What advance? Simply plastic and paper. I see in Japan, all paper. Simply papers. All big buildings are packed up with papers. I was observing from the train, all the big, what is the content? The content means paper. The house is made of paper. And Japan is considered to be very advanced industrialist. Simply outward dress. Actually, nobody has got any wealth. The money is also paper. No pearl, no gold, no silver, nothing. But they are satisfied with papers. That's all. Paper house, paper money, paper book, paper everything. Plastic, paper. Now, intelligent person should be anxious that Krishna says, Madhyamagatya punarjanmana vidyate Jadgatya nivattanti tadhama. If you go to this planet. Why you are trying nonsensically to go to the moon planet? Suppose you have gone there. What is there? You see, find some dust. That is your explanation. Why don't you try? Yes, rascals. And go and become so nicely dressed with decoration, ornaments. And all young men. What is that? Sarvi Chaturvahava Unamisan Mani. Where is that? Surucha Supesasa. Supesasa. What is the meaning of Supesasa?
Growing useful.
Yeah. Supesasa means this. Just like we are old man, now it has become slack. But when I was young, it was very tight. This is called supesasa. Muscles very tight. The supesasa means young. All young. Suvarjasa, luster. For young, when a man is young, there is some luster. Attractive luster. This is nature's gift. A woman becomes, a girl becomes full of youth, luster, a man, a boy becomes attraction. Without attraction, there cannot be sex. And without sex, there will be stop of generation. So by nature, these things are there. So Shastra makes them adjustments. The natural attractions are there, but they know what is the meaning of this attraction. Therefore, according to Vedic rules, the boy is selected by the father, the girl is selected by the father, they are given in marriage, so that that natural attraction can be utilized for generating good population. Not prostitution. Therefore, early marriage, selection by the parents, these are recommended. That is called marriage. Now the boys and girls are loitering in the street and they are mixing freely and having all business, and then one day say, all right, I agree. You are my wife, you are my husband. Sikarami vai udvai. These are the signs of Kali Yuga. It is simply deteriorating. The human civilization is deteriorating. In the name of advancement of civilization, they are becoming animals, simply. And the more the age of Kali Yuga will increase, these things will also increase more and more, more and more. Later on, you won't get food stuff. You will be obliged to kill some animal and eat. Now you have got alternative. But we are becoming very much fond of animals. So Krishna will, or nature will make such arrangement that you cannot eat except animals. That day will come. You cannot eat, even if you do not like. Nobody will say, I don't like, everyone will like. So, there is no supply of wheat, no supply of rice, no supply of sugar, no supply of fruit. These things will be stopped. No supply of milk. These are stated. You won't get. Then naturally, just like in Arabian desert, they were animal eaters. What is growing there? So in Jerusalem, if they have eaten flesh, so that is not their fault. Jesus Christ might have allowed all that. But why in other places where there are so many nice foodstuffs? What is the reason? If you don't get something, with this,
He's gone to see.
So, it is Japanese language? Oh, he wants to see. So, eternal life, Jadgatyana nivartante, eternal life, such nice, always youthful, such nicely dressed, and 4 hands. Now he is eating with 2 hands, he'll get 4 hands. So, he can voraciously eat also, if you like, with 4 hands. How much you can eat? 2 hands. So these are the facilities. Why don't you try for this? And Krishna assures, Madhyajino pi janti mam, janti deva prata devan, pitrin janti pitri prataha, bhutejya janti bhutani, madhyajino pi janti mam. So when there is facility, you can go to this kingdom of God. Why don't you, just like a student, studies very faithfully, taking so much pains. Why? He expects that somehow or other, if I can pass this examination, I will get a very nice job, good salary, and live very happy. Everyone hopes like that. The businessman works so hard day and night with the hope that at the end of my life, if I get a good balance, bank balance, then I shall live peacefully without any bother. So everyone hopes like that for future. But what is this civilization? They have no future hope. The rascal professor, he's saying that after that everything finished. After that everything finished. Why? Why there are so many varieties of life? After that there is life. But you do not know what is that life. That is your ignorance. Here is a chance, Krishna consciousness moment, that you get next life, very good life. If you complete, you go to Vaikuntha and get life like this. If you don't complete, if you are so unfortunate that you cannot complete one life, that is unfortunate. Why? So, then you get chance to get your birth as a human being in very rich family, in very pious family. That chance is again given. So that you can revive your, again, Krishna consciousness. So those who are taken to Krishna consciousness, it is a chance. You had previously some advantage of executing this Krishna consciousness. Somehow or other you could not. Not you, all of us, we could not. So Krishna has given another chance. So don't miss this chance. Make it complete. Make it complete and go to Vaikuntha or Krishna. Such a nice proposal. Where it is? Who can give this? Oh. Therefore, Rupa Goswami adored Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Namo Mahavadannaya Krishna Prema Pradaya. Oh, you are the greatest of the beneficent. Namo Mahavadana means the greatest beneficent, who gives charity, the greatest. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is giving that. What is that? Krishna Prema. Simply by loving Krishna you are promoted. This is the greatest gift. The human society is so rascal, they cannot understand what is this Krishna consciousness movement. The greatest gift to the human society, given by Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So those who are intelligent, those who have taken to this Krishna consciousness movement, they should be very serious to execute the program. Hmm. Very nice. We should always pray to Krishna. So Krishna, you have given this chance. Please have your grace upon me. I may not miss it. By Maya's influence, I may not miss it. You have given me so great chance. This should be our business. If you have got to pray anything, just like Chaitanya Mahaprabhu prays, na dhanang, na janang, na sundaring, na kavitang, va jagadish kaman, mama janmani janmanishari bhavata bhakti rahit. Simply I may remain a faithful devotee. That's all. Without any reason, without any cause, causeless. This should be our law. If we, taking to Krishna consciousness, if we want to make some material asset, then we are cutting our throat. Suicidal. The only prayer should be how to remain a pure devotee. If we remain a pure devotee, there is chance. Anna vilasita sunnam. Because Krishna, he is so kind, at the same time so strict also. Strict. If you have got a pinch of material desire, you cannot go to Vaikuntha. You cannot go. There's a niskinchananam. You have to become completely niskincha. Nothing wanted of this material. That is called tapasya. Andamilasita sunnam. If we want to utilize Krishna, you can utilize. If you want kingdom, Krishna will give you kingdom. That is not very difficult for you. Krishna can give you liberation to merge in his effulgence. That also Krishna can give. But it is very difficult to get Krishna's service. Very difficult. Krishna will give you everything, whatever you want. By Krishna conscious, being Krishna conscious, by rendering devotional service, if you want to have some material profit, Krishna will give you. Krishna will give you. That is not very difficult thing for Krishna. If you want to merge in his existence, the Mahabharata, all right, you can get it. But that is not real profit. The real profit is here, described. And how they are face to face, seeing the Supreme Personality of Godhead, having the same body and same ornaments, same opulence, everything same. Saruppa, Salokka, Sajujya. Sajujya is damn rascal. Sajujya mukti, never merging, and never no Vaishnava will take. But Saruppa, so far our Gauriya Vaishnava is concerned, they do not want even this Saruppa, same bodily feature. They don't want anything. They simply want how to serve Krishna. That's all. That is Gauriya Vaishnava. So there is a description of Saruppa Mukti, the same bodily feature, like Nara. It is called Saruppa Mukti. Same bodily feature. Prabhala Vaidujjam Minala Vachasa Parisfurat Kundala Mauli Malina. Kundala, earrings. Yeah, no male person have any earrings, but formerly you will find pictures of big kings, they have got earrings. Have you seen? Yeah. There is opulence. Jaipur Maharaj's photograph. Earrings, big knife. Ornaments, huge ornaments. That Krishna is going to tend the cows. I just got so much ornament. That is asset. Formerly, also in our childhood, a woman having no sufficient ornaments, he'll be ashamed to go to the society. Oh, others will think me so much poor, I'll not go. No. Therefore, I was surprised when I came to a country, I saw young girls and ladies, they have no bangles, no have no ornaments like this. I was surprised. And smoking cigarettes. What is this opulence? See? I heard they are very rich. They have got the tendency, but they do not get it. Those who are very rich, they are getting ornaments. These are the psychological. Every woman, every girl has an aspiration for nice ornament, nice dress. But they don't get it. Therefore dissatisfied. In the Manusangita, it is recommended that if you want to keep your wife satisfied, you must give sufficient ornament. These are the psychological things. So the Kali Yuga, therefore, Dakham Kutumba Bharane, Dakham Kutumba Bharana. People will be so much wretched that they will be unable to maintain his wife and children. Therefore, in this age, if a man can maintain his family, that will be Dakham. Oh, very fortunate. So don't take this so-called material civilization has got any value. Reject it. You see? And be prepared for going back to home, back to house. That should be it. Don't be allured by these rascal leaders. And the another rascal, the Mayavadi, they cannot believe all these things, make it zero. Sunnavad. They also do not like the modern ways of life, disgusted, but they have no adjustment. And therefore make it impersonal, zero, finish. Here is not zero, here is substance. We are not after zero. We are after substance, and substance is described here. That's right, understand. We are not fakkar. Fakkar, this word is used in one who has no hope, simply loitering in the street is a fakkar. Hopeless. So all are there, fakkars. We are not fakkar. We are hoping to go there, to live with Narayan or Krishna, having this greatest opulence, eternal body, blissful life, full of knowledge. Next one.